Here is a 1,600-word, polished, cinematic YouTube article based on your text. No headings, fully professional, SEO-friendly, and written like high-quality entertainment journalism. From Warner Brothers. Pictures comes one battle after another, the highly anticipated new film written, directed, and produced by the visionary Paul Thomas Anderson. Known for creating intense, character-driven stories with rich emotional depth, Anderson brings together an extraordinary cast led by Academy Award and BAFTA winners Leonardo DiCaprio, Penn, and Benicio del Toro, joined by Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, and rising star Chase Infiniti. With its gripping narrative, powerhouse performances, and the signature cinematic style that defines Anderson's filmmaking, the film is already generating worldwide excitement ahead of its release. At the heart of one battle after another is Bob, played by Leonardo DiCaprio in what critics are already calling one of his most complex roles to date. Bob is a washed-up revolutionary whose ideals once fueled movements, protests, and confrontations that shaped his entire youth. But time has passed, his revolution is long dead, and now he lives in isolation, burnt out, paranoid, and drifting through his days in a haze of survivalist anxiety. Existing far off the grid, his life revolves around his daughter Willa, portrayed by Chase Infiniti, whose sharp instincts and fierce independence have been shaped by the unusual, unstable world her father has built. Despite his many failures, Willa sees him as someone trying, however clumsily, to protect her from a world that has never forgiven his past. But the thin layer of peace Bob has managed to construct collapses when his greatest enemy resurfaces. Penn plays this powerful nemesis, a man whose history with Bob is soaked in betrayal, violence, and unresolved grudges that go back decades. After 16 years of silence, his return shatters whatever security Bob thought he had created. When Willa suddenly disappears under mysterious circumstances, Bob is forced to confront not only the ghosts of his radical past but also the consequences of the choices that have shaped his identity. The film becomes a gripping odyssey of a father racing against time to track down his missing daughter while facing an adversary who knows every weakness he has ever tried to bury. Throughout this emotional struggle, Anderson crafts a narrative that is both intensely personal and politically charged. Bob's journey becomes a metaphor for confronting the remnants of one's former self, the ideologies, the mistakes, the enemies, and the personal sacrifices that never truly disappear. As Bob spirals back into a world he once escaped, the film explores the cost of rebellion, the fragility of family bonds, and the lengths to which a parent will go when everything that matters is at stake. Chase Infiniti delivers a breakout performance as Willa, capturing the spirit of a girl raised between survival and chaos. Her resilience, courage, and intelligence shape much of the story's emotional core, anchoring the film's father-daughter dynamic. Through her eyes, we witness the consequences of Bob's past fall onto a new generation that never chose to inherit his battles. This intergenerational tension becomes one of the film's most powerful themes, blending raw human emotion with the urgency of a ticking clock thriller. Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, and Teyana Taylor deepen the film's world with layered performances that add complexity and intrigue. Del Toro brings his trademark intensity to a morally ambiguous character whose alliances constantly shift, keeping audiences questioning his motives. Regina Hall shines in a grounded, dramatic role that showcases her range, while Teyana Taylor adds depth and humanity to the film's more emotionally charged moments. Together, the ensemble builds a universe full of tension, unpredictability, and richly drawn relationships. Behind the camera, Paul Thomas Anderson has assembled a dream team of longtime collaborators known for elevating his stories into immersive cinematic experiences. Director of photography Michael Bauman brings a distinct visual style that blends intimacy with sweeping, filmic grandeur. His use of natural light, subtle shadows, and wide-format lenses creates both beauty and unease, making the film's remote landscapes feel like characters of their own. Production designer Florencia Martin, an Oscar-nominated and BAFTA-winning artist, crafts environments that reflect the characters' emotional states. From isolated hideouts to gritty urban spaces, her designs evoke the psychological weight of Bob's past and the world he is forced to re-enter. Editor Andy Jurgensen, nominated for a BAFTA for his previous work with Anderson, delivers sharp, rhythmic pacing that heightens the film's suspense. Each cut carries emotional precision, maintaining the tension as Bob races through his dangerous quest. Costume designer Colleen Atwood, an Oscar and BAFTA winner, brings her brilliance to the film with wardrobe choices that subtly reveal character evolution. Her designs for Bob reflect the deterioration of a man once driven by ideology, now reduced to a tense, rugged figure shaped by years of isolation. Willa's costumes, meanwhile, capture the balance between childhood innocence and the hardened survival instincts she has been forced to develop. Casting director Cassandra Koulukandis, another frequent Anderson collaborator, once again demonstrates her ability to find actors who bring authenticity and depth to each role. Her casting of Chase Infiniti proves particularly powerful, as the young actress brings a rare presence that resonates long after the film ends. Rounding out the creative team is composer Jonny Greenwood, whose haunting, atmospheric score, already garnering Oscar and BAFTA buzz, adds emotional gravity to the film's most intense scenes. Greenwood's music blends orchestral textures with experimental tones, creating a soundscape that mirrors Bob's paranoia, Willa's vulnerability, and the escalating danger that surrounds them. One Battle After Another stands as a bold new entry in Anderson's filmography, combining his signature storytelling with heightened emotional stakes and a gripping mystery. The film is much more than a thriller about a missing girl. It is a deep exploration of redemption, regret, and the painful echoes of past decisions. It asks whether a person who has burned nearly every bridge can still find a way to fight for what matters most. It challenges viewers to think about the impact of political movements on the individuals who lead them, as well as the children who become unintended victims of those battles. What makes the film even more exciting for cinephiles is its release format. Warner Bros. Pictures will present the film in theaters on VistaVision, 70mm film, and IMAX, giving audiences a chance to experience Anderson's work on some of the largest and most visually stunning formats available. Known for his commitment to traditional film and large-format cinematography, Anderson uses these formats not as a gimmick but as an artistic choice that enhances the story's emotional power. The sweeping landscapes, intimate character moments, and dramatic confrontations all gain new depth when viewed in such immersive formats. The film is set for release nationwide on September 26, 2025, with international screenings beginning September 24, 2025, ensuring that global audiences can experience the film almost simultaneously. As the release date approaches, anticipation continues to build among fans of Anderson, DiCaprio, and prestige filmmaking in general. The film represents a rare convergence of artistic vision, star power, and technical mastery. Anderson's writing remains sharp, filled with his trademark blend of humor, emotional complexity, and philosophical introspection. DiCaprio's performance brings a raw vulnerability that stands out even within his storied career. Sean Penn, ever fearless, delivers a chilling portrayal of a man shaped by hatred and vengeance. Chase Infiniti emerges as a breakout star whose emotional clarity draws viewers deeply into the story. With such a cast, every scene feels electric, charged with a tension that builds from the opening frame to the final moments. Beyond its performances and visuals, One Battle After Another resonates because of its underlying human story. It explores what happens when the ideals that once defined a person begin to crumble and the people they love most suffer the consequences. It asks how far someone will go when their past catches up to them in the most personal way. It reflects the reality that every person carries battles within themselves, some long fought, some just beginning, and some impossible to escape. Whether you are drawn to gripping thrillers, character-driven drama, political narratives, or simply the magnetic pull of a powerful performance by Leonardo DiCaprio, this film promises an unforgettable theatrical experience. Anderson's masterful direction, combined with a stunning creative team and captivating performances, ensures that One Battle After Another will be one of the most talked about films of 2025. Its blend of tension, emotion, and cinematic artistry sets it apart as a must-watch release for audiences worldwide. With its international rollout beginning on September 24 and domestic release on September 26, viewers worldwide will soon have the chance to witness Paul Thomas Anderson's latest cinematic achievement. One Battle After Another is not just another movie, it is a compelling, human story brought to life with exceptional talent, powerful themes, and the unmistakable touch of one of cinema's most respected filmmakers. As Bob embarks on a desperate search for his daughter, audiences will be taken on a journey that explores the battles we fight, the ones we run from, and the ones that never truly end. If you want, I can also create SEO titles, descriptions, tags, and hashtags for YouTube.